When Mike Tyson was asked by a journalist about Evander Holyfield and if he was worried about his game plan before one of the big fights that they were having, Mike Tyson got this famous answer. He said, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth." Now, it's probably the same when we think about our planning at work. And I've seen that with many leaders where you have a plan, you think about it, and then you get punched in the mouth, which means reality hits. Bonjour, this is Cyril from Work Smarter, Live Better. In this video, I want to discuss how to handle unexpected things, unexpected priorities that comes and completely mess up your plan. If you've listened to me for a little while, you know that I'm a big fan of the quarterly planner. I'm a big fan of every quarter to sit down, to think about your priority and to plan the 2 or 3 priorities that you really want to focus on. But suddenly one of your priorities blew up and you're struggling. But suddenly there's an urgency, an unexpected, a crisis, and it completely blew up what you've planned. Or simply you have taken too much on and you're really struggling. In France, we have this expression which is avoir les yeux plus gros que le ventre, which means taking more than you can chew. So that happens quite often. I see people, they actually sit down, they think about their priority, their plan, and it explodes. So a few suggestions here. My first suggestion is be honest. When you do your quarterly plan, only choose 2 or 3 and be honest with yourself about the amount of time you need to dedicate to these. I do this exercise where you look at your 2 or 3 priorities that you've chosen and you ask yourself for each priority, how much time do I need to protect every week to do justice to each of the priority? And if you get more than 15 to 20 hours, that's a warning bell. That's a warning bell that's where you've taken too much on. So number 1, be honest with yourself. Don't take too much on. The second one is anticipate. What I mean by anticipate, make sure you anticipate what I call big BAU, big business as usual. Are you going to have a big tax project that's going to come this quarter? Are you going to have a big audit that's going to come this quarter? Are you going to have a big HR project that's going to come this quarter? And therefore, it might impact the amount of priority that you can take. And my third advice is adjust. As the quarter progresses, you might have to adjust. One of your big rocks is much bigger than expected. Hey, maybe I can't do number 3. Or one of your big rocks needs to be segmented into 2 big rocks and you're going to do only one this quarter and the next one next quarter, and that's okay. And so you need to have this flexibility. It'll be hard because in my experience, we take too much on compared to what we can. But performance, and I want you to remember that performance is not about quantity, performance is about quality. It's choosing the few things that really matter and making sure that's what you focus on. So my question for you is, are you honest with yourself when you select your priorities, or do you take too much on, i.e. do you have les yeux plus gros que le ventre? This is this week's Work Smarter, Live Better tip. By the way, Mike Tyson ended up losing the game. So doing a plan is a good thing, even if sometimes you have to adapt and adjust. You have a lovely day. À bientôt.